Also, I accidentally bought an African Dwarf Frog, so that's going to be in the 10-gallon now. It's just moving at a very fast pace. Hey guys, you want a snack? So we have an African Dwarf Frog now. Let's talk about that. Hi. So if you guys will recall, recently I did a video on the infections that I was getting in the Borneo loach, in the gourami, and my shrimp were dying, and there was a big video on all that bad stuff going on. And in truth, it's still going on. Not because like the infection has spread or anything like that. I just haven't finished making the video. There's been a lot going on, including getting a free frog. So I'm gonna feed these guys, and then we're gonna talk about why that happened and sort of where we're moving with this. All right, well, this was what I was worried about. In the 5 minutes I was gone feeding the 40-gallon tank, the African Dwarf Frog was able to accomplish this. He is just so derpy. I'm surprised he knows which way to go for the oxygen. He might be more dumb than the corridor is. And how do I work with that? I literally don't think he's gonna be able to find a bloodworm before I'm done making this video. So why did I get him? Did I explain why I got him? So I was working at my pet store, at my fish store, and we were cleaning out the sumps, the big filtration systems, and they're so big that they're basically another tank, and other fish can get through the filtration system into that secondary tank. Now, what got in there? Well, we get a lot of glowfish that go in there. Sometimes we have flower shrimp or Singapore shrimp or tons of different names for those. And sometimes pleco. And in this case, we also got a frog. So they're like, hey, we can't sell this. He was in the filtration. Do you want a frog? And I said, absolutely. So I got him for free, which was awesome. And that is the story of how I came to own an African Dwarf Frog for the second time in my lifetime. The first time being when I was 6, I think, and it did not end so well. The only really intelligent fish in here are obviously the pufferfish and maybe the loach, but the pufferfish, as you guys can see here, they eat until they are exploding. I gave them snails last night. I gave them a ton of bloodworms this morning. They are done with eating for a while. The loach tends to only eat algae, which is fine. I mentioned before in that video that I might get a second or a third or a fourth and just fill the tank with them and make it a Hillstream style tank. I think I'm still gonna try and do something Hillstream-esque, but I'm gonna leave it with just one loach because it doesn't seem like he's taking to cucumber or algae wafers or anything like that. But food-wise, again, he's only going for the algae, so he's not going to get in the way of the frog. The corridoras are very hungry, but they're very small, so each of them is probably going to go through maybe one bloodworm if they're hungry. But actually, as I'm watching them, it doesn't seem like they really care about the bloodworms at all. Now, of course, they're pretty much blind to it, they're just going by feel. But even when they do feel them, they take a bite and then they're done and they swim away. So maybe they don't like them, maybe there's just too much for them to eat and they can't eat the whole thing. Or maybe they're just cute and dumb, like I said they were in the first video when we introduced them. So because everything is so weird in this tank, I think it'll actually work to keep an African Dwarf Frog in here, just for now, at least. If I do go sort of Hillstream style, I might put in endlers, just because they are very... If you watch videos, they love the current. They swim into it, they jump, they're like little dolphins, it's so weird. But they are much more attuned to where the food is, so if I did go with them, either I'm gonna have to feed a lot more bloodworms, or I'm gonna have to get rid of the frog. Final fear factor with the frog is it's a predator, so it could possibly hit 3 inches if it's a female. And going by mostly feel, it might eat one of my fish, or that's what I'm worried about. If that's not a worry, then never mind, I'll do some more research, and if you guys don't mind commenting, I would love to hear your input. But the tank as it is seems to work out okay for the frog. There's actually a lot of areas where he's able to just lie down on something at the surface. So for instance, oh my gosh, that Borneo loach, the tail on that Borneo loach is beautiful. Also, we need to do an update on that. I'm going to update on that in a second. But the frog is able to work in this tank because there's areas near the top where it can rest and get oxygen, blah, blah, blah. So the Borneo loach, this is now a Borneo loach update. It's got this beautiful tail. Like, it's got blue on the tail, was not expecting that at all. Apparently might get yellow on the dorsal fin. Very cool. But as you guys know, it's got a lump on it. I don't know if it's a parasite, I don't know if it's just full because it ate all the algae in my tank in a couple of days. And is still going, as a matter of fact, but I don't know what it is. Maybe I'll update, maybe you guys already know what happened with it in the last video, because I'm continuing to work on that video. But as for now, March 17th, he's looking very good. He likes to hide a lot, which is just him being him, but he's adorable. And when I revamp this tank, which hopefully will be next video, I said that a bunch in the last few videos, that'll be the next video, but I'm hoping it'll be the next video. I'm gonna completely redo this tank. Not completely, but I'm gonna move stuff around, and I'm hoping you guys like it. So if you guys wanna see that, subscribe. If you like this video, hit the like button, because I don't know what other button you would hit if you liked it. And I'll see you guys next Sunday.